Hey everyone, it's Holly without Carey with Urban Homesteader. You're probably wondering, well, where's she at? She actually had to go out of town for a wedding. And ironically, the timing of that wasn't fantastic because yesterday we had some significant things happening in the bee yard. So at about 3:30, she sent me a text that said, call me. And there was a video of a swarm in a tree and I didn't know where she was. So I immediately called her and said, what is happening? And she said there's a swarm right in her pasture. And she asked if I wanted to come and get it. And of course I said, absolutely. So you guys know that these two hives were kind of Dunsville. So if there's an opportunity for me to take a swarm, I mean, in the bee world, they call that freebies, no pun intended. Yeah, I'm going to jump on that. So we concocted a plan, which was somewhat comical and kind of interesting. And we got the bees out of the tree, which aren't very far from here. And then we put them in a tote and we put them in this hive. So how we did it was we took a couple of ladders. I had a large tote. We had some apple pickers. Like, you have a very limited time of when you can collect a swarm. Like, they only sit up in the trees for 2 to maybe 3 days, and I don't know when they arrived. So we didn't have much for resources, and we just knew we had to move on it. So we got up on the ladders. Carey picked the higher one, thankfully, because I don't do very well on ladders. She held the tote. I took the apple picker and shook the branch. The bees all fall into the tote. We quickly got down. We put the lid on, and then we tampered the tote, and then we poured them in here. I'm sorry that we didn't get it on video, but there was just a lot going on, and there was no way I could handle doing that as well, but that kind of paints the picture of how we did it. Was it right or wrong? I don't know. We did what we could. I mean, we got them. We got some of the bees, and I know that they're in here because they're flying around and I can see them coming and going out of the front. So that is pretty cool. Now, I came back out here tonight. Actually, Pat's with me. He's camera shy, so he's sitting off to the side, but I was looking for him to help me because when we knocked the swarm out of the tree, we didn't, of course, get all of them, and some of them like regrouped and reclustered onto that same branch. I checked them this morning and they were still here, so I had asked Pat if he would come out here with me and we were going to knock down the other half. Unfortunately, we got out here and they were gone, so a swarm will only stick around for 2 to 3 days, and they left, and I don't know where they went. We've kind of scoured the trees around here hoping that we could find them, and I don't know where they are, so I'm really, really sad. I don't know if we caught the queen because I wasn't able to see her yesterday. There was just a lot of chaos, and you really just want to get them in the hive, and that's about it. So I don't know what's going to happen. This is the first time that for both Carey and I that we've caught a swarm, and we're just kind of learning as we go, and we're going to just kind of wait and see what happens. But I thought I'd bring you guys along today to take a peek into here. I just want to I want to check it personally. I'm kind of thinking that I should have only placed one deep here and to get them acclimated and then let them draw out more comb. So I'm hoping that if there's not any in this top box, I can take that off and then let them work their way up. But if they are in this top box, I'm just going to leave it alone, let them do their thing and keep checking on them. So we're kind of just a little bit behind because we want them to fill up this comb. I don't know if the queen's in there. We got to give her some time to, lay some eggs. So it'll be probably 2 to maybe 3 weeks before I even know if this is going to be successful or not. And now we're creeping into the end of July. So, how much time do we have left for them to get established and make honey? I don't know. If they're a good working team, good working colony, maybe. I don't know. But kind of cool that we got some freebies, so I'm jazzed about that, and I can say that Carey and I, have captured a swarm, so that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to take this lid off and see what's happening in here. Okay, well, so to my surprise, they are up in this top box. Looks like they're pretty much working on 2 frames. I don't see like any pollen on them or anything. They're probably cleaning. These were used frames. I could probably pull one of these out. There is comb on some of them, but not all of them. So they've got some cleaning to do, and they got some fixing. But this is what they don't have to work on, so that's good. I'm trying to give them the best opportunity that I can, and I'm not feeding them. I didn't give them any sugar water. Again, this happened so quick. She called we were talking at 3:30, and by 5:30 we were suited up and on ladders. So it was kind of a crazy day, but I'm happy that they're just still here. We're gonna just kind of follow along and see how they do. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe I can get one less bad news of my hive. So maybe I can now say 2 out of 3 are doing well instead of just 1 out of 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and seal that back up. That's all I pretty much got to do. Easy peasy on that one. Now I'm going to move over to this one. I know that this one's doing well, and actually I brought another box of supers out here just because I don't know how much work they've done in here. If this is full, I'm going to go ahead and add another super so that they can just continue to make me some honey. But I know that they're busy because I can see there's lots of action. They're flying back and forth and doing what bees do. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off and let's take a peek, see what's going on in here. Ooh, it's loud. I'm going to get my microphone in here so you guys can hear it. Oh my goodness. Yep, definitely time to add another box. Oh, this is fabulous. I just want to stand here and watch them. It's so amazing what they are doing. I want to pull a frame out. So I'm trying to see, there's so many bees in here, it's hard to see how much comb. I can see in the center is pretty built up. And they kind of say 70%, 75%. If it's that much comb on there, it's time to put in another one. Just because you don't want to take a chance of them not having enough room, otherwise they will swarm. So if this one is empty, these are pretty empty. But everything else, I'm putting the box on. So, oh, you guys, this is so great. I'm so happy. They, however, are not. So again, these are just some frames that I had. They've been used. So there's not much work to do. They'll have to do some cleaning like normal. Just line this up the best you can. Put the lid back on and call it a day. I feel like Carey and I are going to be in a race as to who gets the higher colony. So anyway, that's it for today, you guys. Really bummed that I wasn't able to have you come along to help it, to get that other half of the swarm down. But, sometimes it's just not our luck. But I feel very, very lucky that I did get them in here. So we're going to just keep our eye on them. And thanks so much for following along, and welcome back to the bee yard and all that jazz. But we will see you next time. I keep on saying next time we'll see you in the garden. And then things like this happen. So I don't know where I'll see you next, but we will see you soon. Make sure you like and share and subscribe. We'll see you next time.